and brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
It's always a special day when these two clubs get together because it only happens twice during the regular season. And, of course, these are two of the league's powerhouses.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Right side, Jones. He dishes it to Beverly. Jones drives in.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Rockets on defense. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And Kevin, they overcame a very poor shooting night to win that game. You know, you're not going to be able to win very often with a percentage as low as theirs.
Yeah, no beauty or style points in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed to.
Oh, I'm sure the fans agree with Steve. These are two very strong teams, and the energy, Clark, in this arena tonight is incredible.
It is absolutely off the charts, and if it's anything like their two battles last season, Kevin, which they split, we're in for a real treat. Luol Deng is the definition of a game. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
Outside Rose, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. A different look for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Mirotic, and it's Williams in for Rose. Houston with a big group substitution here. Monty Eunice is checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Corey Brewer's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly.
And when you talk about the physical toll for Deng playing those long minutes, tremendous discipline and dedication to keep his body ready to go. You know, his hard work and leadership has to be missed by the Bulls on and off the court.
The Heat have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Wade drives in, feeds to Anderson. The basket good off the assist from Wade. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ball's knocked loose. Williams with the steal. Ahead. Wade outside. He gets it up. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Boy, a big bonus for them to end the
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Man, they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
Rockets trail by 7. They've got Mike Miller. Whiteside is out there with Nazi Muhammad. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. There were a lot of great things Steve accomplished last year by the Heat, both on offense and defense. But at times, people would overlook that defense.
Well, they played tremendous defense. I mean, maybe not as consistently as they have in the past, but, you know, to be as good as they were, you have to be great defensively, and I think sometimes that goes underappreciated.
You know, the numbers don't really jump out at you, pop at you regarding the Heat's defense last year, but, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily what you do, but when you do it. And the Heat were pretty good at getting big stops when they needed to.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And Beverly kicks to Jones. Ariza outside. Now the feed to Beverly. The dish to Moniunas. Just 5 to shoot. Drills the elbow jumper. Moniunas has got his first 2 points.
Well, a lot of the Heat's numbers might be skewed because they played a lot of high-scoring games at a high tempo. But when you have the athletic talent that they have, you better believe they're tough defensively.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in scoring, 3rd in blocks, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the board. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And I think what's most impressive about this club, though, is the fact that they were in the top 5 in points scored. I mean, that's what they do. They like to get out and run and really get a lot of shots up. And when they do, when they knock down open looks, they're tough to beat.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Harden the pass to Jones. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, obviously a tough blow for the Miami Heat losing LeBron James. As Eric Spoelstra said, this league teaches you that change is inevitable. You have to embrace it and adapt. You don't have any regrets. He shouldn't have any regrets. It was a historic 4-year run. Guys, the Heat are hoping to reload and make another run at it.
Winning starts at the top, and they've got the organization, Doris. You said it. Thank you. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And then for Houston, Howard's checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Moniunas. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Terry dishes to Smith. Miami grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Here's Napier. The kick out to Williams. Out to the right wing. Here's the floater. And no good trying to get that one. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Heat lead by 5. And time. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Harden has a wide open look. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Harden's got the first bucket of the third here for Houston. Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed. With Houston, the photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men, and I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. Knocked away. Brewer with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Kicks to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 1, the Heat. 5th best, the Rockets.
You know, each of these squads made a commitment to improving their shooting percentages. So that's a matter of concentration on the kinds of shots you get, and they had outstanding results. They're both hoping for even better things this year.
Pass to Mirotic. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's Jones on the way. Banked in off the glass. Jones has got 6.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been